Hey there, hey, it's your girl, Deja, and the host of Black and Wild, the podcast. Welcome back to those who've been rocking with me since season 1/the beginning. And hello to my new listeners. I'm glad you found the show. It's been a while, y'all, too long. Not only is the show back, but Black and Wild now has a website where you can find all things Black and Wild. All the episodes are available in an audio format. You can find my vlogs from my adventures, and there's a new blog too. Think of it as a one-stop shop for all things Black and Wild. My goal this year is to share more diverse stories and give some more insight into what I get into in my free time. Be sure to check out the website for all the details and updates at blackandwild.com. This first episode of season 2 is setting things off in the best way with all the good vibes. At the beginning of this season, I want to highlight snow sports because we are in winter right now and that feels most relevant. The theme for this month is going to be Black History Month. Today's episode features my friend, my brother from another, local Mammoth legend, Lawrence Bowie. Snowboarding and drum playing extraordinaire. I've known Lawrence since I officially moved to Mammoth over 6 years ago. As you'll come to learn, he brings nothing but positive energy. Keep listening to hear about his journey into snowboarding and what the experience has been like for him finding the sport as well as living in a ski/mountain town. Without further ado, let's get into the episode. All right. Well, Lawrence.
Hello, Daisy.
Thanks for being on my podcast.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm very excited to be here.
This has been a long time coming in the works.
It has been.
I'm glad I finally got penciled into your busy schedule.
Oh, please. I was glad to be even considered.
Of course. You're like a local legend. So
I
I'm really
know
excited.
about that, but I try.
Well, I have to say, I know we're going to get into it in a little bit, but when I first met you, I remember just seeing you where we live. I remember thinking I didn't feel as alone. And so it was really cool seeing another brother here and being like, I almost felt like you were just like my built-in big brother or something. Like I could ask you for advice and I felt like you were looking out for me and you got me feel really welcome here. So
that makes me feel very good. I appreciate that because I wanted to make you feel that way. I've been here a long time. I've been in Mammoth for 11 years now. I think when I first met you, we were working together in like my 5th or 6th year.
Okay.
I had not seen a sister in the entire time.
Really?
Really. So
it's still kind of rare.
It is very. I think there's 2 new sisters in town that I've seen. One at Main Street Pizza.
Yep.
And just one in Random, per se.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very refreshing, and I feel like I'm a pioneer out here. I feel like I got to guide the way, pave the path.
I mean,
I make a joke. When I meet somebody black in town, I call it the BSU, the Black Student Union. Like, we got to unite, stick together.
For real.
Trade insights, pave ways.
Yeah, that's how it is.
The fact that you were so outdoorsy was extra cool, too, because it's not something I often see either, per se.
I agree. That's why I was stoked when I saw you, and then just hearing about what your adventures have been like. I was like, oh, okay. I'm not the only person that's out here and trying to, just get out on the mountain and have a good time here, which is what we all come here to do. Yeah. But before we get into the details,
absolutely,
do you want to introduce yourself and share anything in particular that's related to the podcast?
Happy to. My name's Lawrence Bowie. I've been here in Mammoth, like I said, for 10 years. I'm a local musician, drummer for the Mammoth All-Stars. I also have worked for several local resorts. I'm a snowboarder. I've been snowboarding for about 18 years now, self-taught.
Self-taught? I taught myself how to snowboard. I'm snowboarding now. I'm learning to.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, see? You know what they say about snowboarders. We don't fall. We slam.
Yes, it has been quite a learning curve from skiing.
You know how snowboarders introduce themselves?
How?
Sorry, dude.
That's funny because I have done that a lot. I didn't even realize. I naturally was like, oh, sorry, dude. Good to know I'm a natural then.
You blend right into the culture.
I guess so.
We're well beyond Jerry League.
Yeah, no Jerry's over here. Nah. I think Joe does a good job of making sure I'm not a cougar with Jerry when I first started. He's always making sure I didn't have any gaps in between my goggles and my helmet.
There
like
no gaps.
Vapors.
There's so much to learn about this culture.
There's so much.
Not?
There's a lot of little things.
And we have to put our own twist upon it.
Oh yeah, always. I mean, that's just kind of what we do.
Absolutely.
So, how did we meet? Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I believe we met when we were working for the resort.
Mm-hmm.
I was working in the call center at the time, and you were one of the brand new recruits.
Yep.
We were all in office back then too, right?
We were, yeah.
That's back in the day when we used to have to park up at Main Lodge and get out late at night at work and walk the tundra to our cars. The coyotes chasing
white knuckling
us.
going down the mountain.
Yes.
Yeah, that was some crazy first nights. I was like, all right, it was quite the introduction my first season here.
Yeah.
Working at the call center, it was like a crash course, like all things.
You learn all things that are ski or snowboarding resort,
and
ski
then
school,
some.
and then some.
Yeah, no, but it was cool. I'm glad that was my first job here, to be honest. I think it helped me.
Absolutely. I learned how to snowboard in Big Bear. Where did you learn to ski at?
I was going to ask you that. I learned how to ski at Badger Pass in Yosemite.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you been to that resort?
I have not.
It's so tiny.
That's what I've heard.
2 lift chairs.
It's pretty like backcountry, is it not?
It kind of is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they have some Nordic skiing there. But yeah, there's not too much front country.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're kind of on your own once you get outside of the small little mini resort that's there. Even smaller than June Lake, and June Mountain.
See, I started out trying to be a park rat, and you started out trying to be a backcountry skier.
That was my goal. I was like, well, if I can learn how to downhill alpine ski, then this would get me into the backcountry. Yeah, especially in Yosemite. I mean, and even here, I think I'm learning a lot of people don't just stay in the front country in the resorts. It's like that's just your gateway into learning some of those skills, so then you can continue to explore more of our backyard.
Okay.
But yeah, it was fun learning there. But I remember meeting Joe. I met Joe the summer before I learned how to ski.
Okay.
And so that's when I was like, oh, you're living in Mammoth. Like, I want to come visit you, but I also want to be able to keep up with you on the mountain. So I was like, all right, I'll learn how to ski. And I remember coming to here first and thinking, oh, this is not Badger Pass, a little innocent resort in Yosemite. This was the big leagues. But yeah, I mean, that's when I wanted to move here too. Because after I fell in love with skiing, I was like, oh, I want to move somewhere where I could do this full time.
Yeah.
So that's when I ended up moving here. I always say I moved here half for Joe, half for the skiing.
The skiing, okay. Yeah. For me, I'm starting out trying to be a park rat. It was just constantly hammering yourself pretty much on the jumps and turns. If you're not falling, you're not pushing. And then I discovered Bear and Snow Summit on a powder day, where actually everything was covered, and it was probably 4 or 5 feet of powder.
Wow.
That was my first experience of powder, and I really dug it. Just felt like flying.
Once you get a taste of powder, it's addicting.
It is addicting.
Smooth like butter.
It is addicting. So then I started storm chasing, and that's how I found Mammoth. I always heard about it as a magical place with the best terrain. And I came from LA to Mammoth in one of the first major snowstorms.
Wow.
I can't remember. Might have been.
Yeah, I was like, what year was
9, maybe 10. Had a really good season. White knuckling it up to 395 for the first time, getting the full experience. Made it through all the chains. Never done chains before in my life. Didn't even know what chains were until I moved in California. They don't really use that where I grew up on the East Coast. You just don't go outside. Californians are different. Made it here. Saw my first actual POW day on Broadway, because that was the only thing open, as always. True
early season, and definitely on a true powder day.
Right?
Only the lower lifts are open.
Learning how to stay near trees so you didn't get vertigo. True induction.
Wow.
And this is my first taste of that. It was like, I'm in.
Yeah, hooked.
It hooked from the get-go.
Well, especially coming from the East Coast, too. It's like you see the mountains out here, and it's like, how can you go back to anything other?
I think maybe the highest mountains on the East Coast are 8,000 feet, you know?
Yeah.
We sleep at 7.
We start at, town starts at 8.
Right.
Jeez. So, how, like, did your friends take you to go snowboarding? How did you first even get to
It
into the
was
ski
a
sport?
birthday present from a girlfriend I was with at the time, who had like kind of
Okay.
grew up skiing and didn't do it for a long time. I was like, oh, we'll take them out to Big Bear for, I don't know, 28th birthday, I believe that was.
Wow.
I didn't have any clothes. I was the rookie in the blue jeans. We rented some crappy boots
So
and
you
gear.
learned older too.
Yeah, I did not start out doing this as a child
Wow. I
at
thought
all.
you'd done this as a teenager for some
No,
reason.
no, not
That's
at all.
so
Not at
dope.
all. Even when I started, I used to get at least 30 days a year just
Dang.
trying to start out.
Because like once you get a taste, you're like, I want more, and
Yeah.
then you see what other people are able to
Yeah.
do when you're riding. You're like, well,
Exactly.
if I keep get this, I'm going to get better, and then I can explore more of the mountain.
And it was a California thing too, because born in the Bear, it's like 60 degrees outside sometimes, and there's 8 or 9 feet of snow. It's just I saw that in movies, you know what I mean? Like, wait, it's sunny and it's warm and there's snow.
Yeah.
People in bikinis and t-shirts. It was just, it definitely felt like a movie. Once you get a taste of the culture,
That's why I try to explain to friends and family, because they think it's when it's winter here, it's just full winter, gloomy, dumping all the time.
Constant
like,
sunshine.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, no, it's a California ski resort. Like, it's either dumping and then we're in the middle of a storm, or it's sunny bluebird days and like
look what it is right now.
Exactly.
It's the middle of December. It's 55 degrees
like,
and we're hanging out at the mill. Normally we'd be bundled up.
It doesn't get better.
There's not even a breeze, and Mammoth is known for its 6 feet of wind. Like, not even a hint of a breeze. Definitely the oddest winter I've had yet so far.
Dang, really? This has been a late start to the season, especially with those fluke 2 storms that we got.
Yeah.
They kind of teased us, and then it's been super warm. Like,
crazy.
We were joking the other day, it feels like fall.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't feel right, and it's about to be Christmas in a few weeks.
I had a date take me hiking the other day up Sherwin Lakes, and I was like, I'm almost kind of offended that we could even do this in December.
You don't even feel right. You're like, I shouldn't be doing this.
I should be on the
like
mountain
offending
right
the snow gods.
Right.
Yeah, I was actually planning on going on a hike this morning as well.
Oh, you can still hike right now.
Like, I better take advantage of it before this isn't an option for a while.
Bring some poles, but you'll be all right. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, a little bit of snow. We went hiking a few days ago.
Okay.
We hit a little bit of snow, but it's pretty low. So where did you grow up?
So I kind of moved around a lot as a kid. I was born in St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
Super flat, landlocked. Ended up moving to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in my later years. Went to high school there. And then to Boston, Massachusetts, where I went to college. And then I moved out to Santa Cruz, LA, via Mammoth.
Wow.
So I've seen a little bit of everywhere.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
Yes. I don't recommend East Coast skiing. I tried it once. I haven't skied since. Well, actually, I've skied once since. For my first time skiing on the East Coast, it's more downhill ice skating. Did an involuntary split.
It's funny because I have talked to East Coasters, and especially those who have come here for a season or whatever, and they make fun of us. Like, you guys couldn't handle East Coast skiing. Like, they're like, I'm glad I learned there, and then I moved here later, so that if there is like a hard fast day that I can handle it here. And they're like, yeah, you guys wouldn't be able to survive. It's like, all right. But then I've also skied in Colorado, and then they make fun of us with our Sierra cement.
Right.
It is champagne powder out there.
They definitely do. Steamboat, our sister mountain, I would highly recommend. They coined the term champagne powder. Same latitude as us. Hard to get to like us. Same amount of snow every year. Excellent mountain.
So you started skiing first?
I tried skiing once first. And that's how I knew I would mind mountain sports. It was in Stowe, Vermont? Yeah. Definitely cold, icy. My most vivid memory is stopping at the gas station there and watching kids ride a sled at the gas station down this like big hill. And I was like, oh, they're having fun. That's cool. Really, first time I've been out to the mountains. And then they slid across the parking lot. And I looked at the sled, and it was a frozen pig. It's a little bit different ski culture.
Yeah. Don't imagine seeing that in California.
I didn't see anything like that at Big Bear. It was more supermodels and stuff like that. A lot of brew bros and stuff.
Wow. That's crazy. So growing up, did your family ever go do anything in the outdoors?
We did a lot of fishing in Missouri,
Okay.
a lot of hiking in Pennsylvania. I had a lot of neighbors that like did turkey hunting and stuff like that. Also, my cousins do that. Not a big hunter. I did enjoy being out in the wilderness with them though.
Yeah.
Most of my family are just big sports fanatics. My
Okay.
dad
So
was
they're just
a
active.
pro baseball player, stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. So you're not somebody who's unfamiliar with spending time outdoors then.
No, I'm not. Especially growing up as a kid in Pennsylvania.
I mean, that's what you do when you're at
all
free
the
time,
summer
right?
camps. Yeah, it's like mostly 80% forest out there. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
spelunking stuff like that. I did like whitewater rafting as a kid.
That's
Definitely love that.
awesome. Dang. That's amazing. I did not grow up that way.
Really? How did you
Yeah,
grow up?
my family from Southern California, but like we'd go to the beach. That was probably the most that we did.
Were you a
And
surfer
even
girl?
then, no.
Okay.
Right before I left LA, I was supposed to start taking surfing lessons.
Yeah.
And then I never got the chance, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I wonder if I had started with that, if I would have ended up snowboarding first. But board sports just weren't really for me. What made you transition? Oh, okay, I was wondering.
Yeah, I skateboarded as a kid, and I was like, all right, this should translate.
Yeah.
Kind of does, but yeah, definitely a little different.
So what does your family think of you living here then?
When I first moved here from LA, I got hired on a whim on a job out here, and I like moved 2 days immediately from LA.
Wow.
And I remember telling my mother I was moving. She's in Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri. She has no idea where Mammoth Lakes is. She just like Googles it up on the map, and she was like, "Are you in the witness protection program?" That was like her first response. Like, we're just in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. Like, what just happened right now?
Yeah.
I flew them out. My mom and my aunt out here 3 years ago. Soup to nuts, paid for everything, gave them the whole mountain experience, and they got it.
Was that their first time here?
Yeah, first time here.
Wow.
Yeah, they loved it.
Our family, a lot of our family and friends, their first time visiting was our wedding.
Okay.
Because everybody's like, it's so hard to get to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like we're next to a major city or something.
Not at
you can't
all.
fly into it unless, you have the money for a private jet.
The closest airport is what, Reno, 3 hours?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So everybody's like, oh, I don't know. And especially because we get snow here, everyone's afraid to drive in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
But then they came and they were like, this is even better than the pictures. I get it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
right?
That's what we've been telling you for
Once
years.
you get here, you're like, okay, this really is magical, especially when you feel it,
Well, especially I think too, people who maybe don't live or where we live or do the same recreational sports that we do. I think until you have somebody who's doing it that you feel comfortable with, that can kind of show you around and show you what you can do, what your options are, it's a different experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's definitely what happened to me. I mean, it sounds like that's what happened to you too.
It is.
Especially with snow sports.
Yep.
It's like kind of somebody just showing you the ropes, and then you're like, all right, I kind of like this. I think I might try this myself.
I can't see my parents ever doing snow sports.
Yeah, my
Maybe
family
snowshoeing,
hates
that's about
the
it.
snow. We're like, I don't want to be cold.
Yeah,
That's their
right.
thing.
That's exactly what my mom and dad always said to me. I don't want to be cold.
I'm like, even in my clothes, it's honestly, I'd rather be cold than hot now.
I think it's colder in the Midwest than it is here.
I bet.
It's bone-chilling
kind of cold.
It's humid. And it's like -20s.
That wet
I've never
cold.
seen a -20 day here at Mammoth ever in my life.
That would be wild if we ever did.
Yeah.
With climate change, I don't know if we will.
I hope not. Maybe in Alaska, we could keep that up there. I'll take the Aurora Borealis that we get, but yeah, keep that cold.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't go to another ski resort either, or moving somewhere else out of state.
Yeah.
Because we're so lucky here. We're spoiled.
Right.
And then we have Bishop 45 minutes south if we want to get away from the snow and get some dirt for a little while.
That's another thing I liked about here,
so
too.
good.
We don't just live in Mammoth, we live in the Sierras, right? I leave town all the time, and the biggest decision when you come to 395 is, do I go north or south? You know, it's like so much fun to have.
And what do I want to do today, right?
Yeah.
There's so many different activities.
Too much snow, just go wheel on down the Bishop. It's probably 70 degrees down there.
Exactly.
Hit the Keos hot springs and soak and come back to a blizzard. That's California. That's pretty rare.
Exactly. So when you first started snowboarding and just getting into snowboard sports in general, did you see anybody else that looked like you when you were out riding?
At Bear, there's a lot of brothers at Bear.
Really?
Yes, there's a lot of brothers. There's a lot of Mexicans, a lot of.
That's
why I thought the whole sport would kind of be like that.
Really?
Yeah, but it's so close to LA and San Bernardino and stuff like that. Like, from my house in Hollywood, the Big Bear is like 2 hours, 3.5 of traffic. So it's not really that bad. Most of it's just getting through the rush hour traffic in the morning with people going to work once you're on the mountain hill.
Yeah, once you get past that.
Yeah, it's all beautiful. So yeah, you see all types of people. I think Snoop Dogg was playing the bar at the patio when I went there. Yeah.
That's dope.
So yeah, it was very, very LA ski experience. So I thought all resorts would kind of be like that. I was very surprised how few minorities were at Mammoth when I went there, or any other ski resort per se. A lot of Asians, a lot of international people, but as far as Spanish or blacks or anything like that, it's pretty rare.
I mean, I think that's why I've stayed here too, because we're so close to LA. That we still get a lot more diverse visitors than I've seen at other resorts that I've been to, which is another reason why. Like, in here, I feel like the LA culture very much influences Mammoth Mountain.
Yeah, they come up and visit in strength for sure.
Yeah, whereas you don't really get that if you do California.
Yeah, you don't get that in Colorado for sure.
Yeah,
I remember one time I went to just that one in Park City in Utah. Been riding around all day with my girlfriend. You see some people randomly on the same lift every now and then. And I just noticed like the same group of people every lift we got on. They're always following us, and then it started getting larger. The group started getting larger and larger. Got off the lift finally, and like this whole group's like huddled around us. And the guy comes up to me. He's like, I just have to ask, are you Wale? My girlfriend started dying.
That's how so funny.
So needless to say, I got free drinks the rest of that trip.
You should have milked. Did you milk it? You're like, hell yeah,
yes, I am. Don't look anything like that cat.
I was thinking, I guess the hair was like these glasses. I guess maybe.
It's about as far as that goes.
That's hilarious! Wow.
Yes. That was my first time to Park City.
Well, what has it been like moving here? And you said you didn't really see as much diversity as you'd seen elsewhere. What made you stay in Mammoth then?
My free ski pass.
You can get that working at other resorts.
Yeah, but they're not in California, you know. And I did apply to other resorts, but
there's Tahoe. There's a bunch of resorts out there.
Yeah, I thought about the Palace or Squaw back then and all that. I applied, but they didn't hire. Mammoth did. Actually, I applied quite a few times. As you know, the biggest problem here is housing.
Yeah.
And until they could get housing for me, that was what made the decision.
Yeah.
And it was just based on a decision of coming here for the winter, go home for the summer type of thing.
Yeah.
And you get a taste of the summer. You know how,
Oh, yeah.
One summer here is all it takes, and most people are done for.
Yeah.
It's like a adult summer camp, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's funny because I came here first for the summer.
Really?
And then when I came for the winter, and I thought maybe I'd be here for a season or two. But then I stayed longer. But I was the opposite of most people. Most people come for the winter first.
Yeah, exactly. So. I didn't even know there was lakes here because I came here never saw any of the lakes. Oh, like, where are these lakes? You know, the basin's always closed, right? Like Twin Lake was all I saw at the Tamarack. And I was just like, it's beautiful up there, but it's kind of anticlimactic if that's all that it is the whole time it's named after, you know?
Yeah.
And then summertime came and that road opened up. I was like, oh, now I understand.
That's so funny. Wow. I'm sure that you're not the only person that's felt that way here.
Yeah, this town's like half the size in the winter when everything's snowed out and closed.
And everything's based around the mountain in the winter time. Whereas in summer, it's like the whole area opens up so much more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wintertime, I don't have to think about what I'm going to do at all. But what do? You just go snowboarding.
Yeah.
Maybe snowmobiling, but you don't really have to put a whole lot of thought into what your weekend activity is. Just show up at the mountain and go at it, you know?
Yeah.
It's a full day of fun.
So when you came here, you said you didn't see much representation. Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, getting a job and finding housing is like...
Yeah. I felt like I was the pioneer. I was like, all right, it's going to start with me, and eventually they will follow and filter. And I feel like that has happened. Like, I've definitely advocated for the town to reach out more. I'm sure I don't know if you had seen the town asked me to being the Mammoth Lakes commercial.
Mm-hmm,
They actually they paid me to audition, and they made sure that I was in it. So I was like, all right, this town really is making an active
Yeah, I have
reach.
seen that. Yeah, with Mammoth Tourism, they've also been doing the same thing. I've seen Rennell and some stuff as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We were all, I think, on that same shoot. They're like, round up all the black people. Let's make a commercial.
The few of them that we have.
Right.
Let's show that they are here.
Right. There's room for you. It's got to start somewhere, though. And I was happy to participate in that. And
what were the people like with you, though? Did you feel welcomed here?
Absolutely. Just, I think that's more based off of the culture of the industry and everything. Like, there's so many different people, and what's the first thing we all have in common? We ended up in the middle of nowhere that not everybody knows about. Like, you have to make certain life choices to end up here, right?
That's true.
Like, it's like mathematics, right? Two things that are opposite each other that produce the same result are equal, right?
Exactly. Well, that's what I found too. Other people have asked me the same thing, especially friends and family. Like, what are you doing in the middle of the mountains? And do you feel okay there? Do you feel safe?
Right.
Like, honestly, actually, everyone's been very welcoming,
absolutely,
very kind. Like I said, there's really good people here. And I'm honestly realized that a lot of us who are drawn to these kind of places or these kind of activities, we're just all out here trying to have a good time. And like, as long as you're also here for that, I'm stoked for you, and like, let's enjoy it together.
It's a certain type of spirit that's attracted to here, so it just makes it kindred automatically. Like,
exactly.
We all have to look out for each other, you know?
Yeah.
We can go to Vaughn's in a snowstorm and get lost. I know somebody's going to help me out.
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely saw this community show up for each other during the pandemic, especially when we didn't have the tourism to rely on. And there were people who had lost their jobs and were at risk of losing their housing. I mean, they're, amongst all the other things that were going on as far as health concerns go, I really noticed that people were looking out for one another, checking in on each other. And really trying to protect the small community that we have here, because really that we were all we had at that time. And I was like, all right, I feel safe to be here. And then I saw when we did some of the protests that occurred that we didn't have to organize. I don't know if you were part of it.
I was actually at the protest, the George Floyd protest. And I was very impressed. That the people of this town showed up for that, even organized a protest for that. They could have been miles away and acted like it didn't touch them, and so much of the community was active in that. So that was very much, even with what's going on right now with our government and the ICE, I feel like the town has circled the wagons around the community that's here that contributes a large part of this community.
Like,
I'm actually still trying to break into the Mexican community.
You ever been going to Latin night?
I just recently got Christmas tamales last year. That's like a whole thing, you know?
Yeah, you gotta like know somebody.
You're not in to get Christmas tamales from the Mexican community. Otherwise, you're just a spectator.
Yeah, no, definitely. The pandemic also was eye-opening too, like who the backbone of this community is. Yeah, so I think a lot of people don't realize who's the one working the positions that you don't always see, like people who are doing housekeeping or people who are working the front desk, or people who are working at Vaughn's. There's a lot of complaints of who's going to bag my groceries. It's like, well, who do you think was doing that? That you just overlooked. But I think there was definitely appreciation that came out of moments like that too.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, snowboarding is hard. Snow sports are hard. They're intimidating.
They are.
What made you keep going? I mean, you said the culture is great, but it's hard.
So
why do it?
My first day of snowboarding, probably, I'd say the first 3 hours, I was just annihilating myself. Just 3 hours of just constant slamming and falling. And this was like the first time as a birthday present. And at this point, I'm like, my girl's trying to kill me right now, basically. So I took a break. I went in the bar, as one does for their birthday, and I had probably 3 or 4 whiskey shots.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it.
And I was like, that courage back up, went back out there, and I did not, I shit you not, I did not fall for the rest of the day.
I always say no fears because of beers. I'm telling you. Every time I'm feeling a little bit anxious, I'm like, let me just go get one drink at least and loosen up a little.
I was linking turns, hitting boxes. I was like, the girl was
maybe
like,
you were able to connect with a part of yourself that you were holding back a little.
The lizard brain, and I just let loose.
Yeah.
I agree.
and kind of get that childlike wonder again and curiosity instead of being afraid of
the
falling,
sense
just
of
being
no
like, just
fear.
send it.
No
Yeah.
consequence sense just went away.
Exactly.
And I realized that any sport that I could get better at drinking, I should probably further continue.
This is for me. I will say that was definitely enticing for me with skiing. I thought, oh, day drinking is encouraged in the second sport. All right. I can get with this.
Give me some sugar and alcohol. I'll take the finest hot cocoa, please.
Yeah,
Yes.
with a little bit of Bailey's in there, a little Irish cream sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So then I ended up getting a season pass for beer. We did that on the regular every weekend.
Yeah.
I just got better and better. And I worked my way up to Mammoth. And I don't know if you've been to Bear. It seems like a daunting mountain. First time you ever see Broadway in your life. It's so wide and it's just so long, and you can't even see the top of Broadway from the bottom. Yeah. When I got on that lift, and I realized that it kept going, and then I saw a cornice. I was like, "What did I just get myself into?" And it was like immediately I went back to day one of snowboarding.
This mountain will humble you. That's
yes,
for sure.
Will.
That's why it's been fun learning a different snow sport.
Yes.
Because I feel like I'm experiencing the mountain in a different way. Also, because snowboarding is kind of different than skiing.
Yes.
Similar, but it's different. And it's been really fun to kind of go back to that again.
I get you on that.
And be on the beginner runs and looking at some of the blue runs and thinking, okay, I want to work up to that. I want to be able to explore more of the mountain, experiencing it on a board versus with skis. So I can get that.
I've definitely gotten on skis again with newbie friends that have come up to visit. And I'm like, there's no point in being on a board. They're like, they don't even have never even put on skis before.
No, yeah.
And I've definitely done the skis with them before, and it takes you back to square one again. Like the face of 11 is daunting on skis when you haven't done that in a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I bet. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I've had friends come and visit, and it's funny because I brought them here, and they've looked up. Because same thing here with Stump. You look, you can't see the top of the lift.
Yeah. All the snow guns on there, right? And did you just see people falling too while you're watching?
That definitely doesn't help. That definitely does not help. Yeah.
Like, how many times is he going to fall before we? Oh, 6. Okay.
Yeah. I've definitely been there. And it's humbling, but it's been fun when you start connecting those turns and you get a taste of what that can be like, and you're like, okay, this is what I want to do again, and then you chase that more and more.
First time I slayed cornice, I thought I was a god.
Hell yeah, same.
Right.
I was like, I can do anything.
Exactly.
I can do anything on this mountain now.
Right. Pal turns, you can't make a wrong turn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, powder's so forgiving.
Right. Especially
I've also had some terrifying powder days where I'm literally swimming
out. Yes, the Sierra Cement. Yeah, don't fall. That's the number one rule.
Number one powder.
Just a half
Stay
hour.
Stay the trees and don't fall.
Right.
It was literally a half hour. Yes. And then I've come down the face of 3, and lost one of my skis because I had caught my edge in some powder.
The turn?
Yeah, making a turn. My ski went one way. I was like, shit. And luckily, somebody saw a little bit of my binding sticking out, and they got it for me. But it was also like powder day, dumping, whiteout condition. Like, I don't know how they found my skis for me, but I appreciate that.
Really, thank God.
Seriously. Well, they're good people out there, and I appreciate that. Well, I'm glad your experience has been pleasant.
I am too.
Because honestly, the reason why I wanted to start this podcast was because I don't always want to talk about the bad experiences. I don't want to scare people away either. Obviously, we'll keep it real, and it's not always sunshine and rainbows, but I also want to talk about the good and let people know you don't have to be afraid. There are people who look like you doing these things, and you can do it too. And you could be a beginner and then also move in the middle of nowhere and enjoy yourself. But what are the sacrifices you'd say you've made by choosing this lifestyle?
The sacrifices I've made? Like a variety of food.
Especially having come from LA.
Right? It's like
it's
pizza or hamburgers. How many more pizza shops do we need? That type of stuff. Like, it's hard to get Thai food, or you can get your Mexican food, not quite like LA. Housing, like I said, was a little bit different. It took me like 6 years to move out of employee housing, which was way longer than I thought it would be.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I moved out after one season. I got really lucky.
Were you guys a couple though back then?
Yeah.
See that helped.
Okay, that's fair.
This lonely bastard, let him languish out there.
That is very true. I do think about, because my sibling just moved. I don't know if I told you.
No.
I might have introduced him to you. I feel like I have once.
Brother or sister?
Sibling. They, them.
They, okay.
They just moved here, younger sibling, and they are single, and they're trying to like move out of employee housing. And I was like, dude, you're gonna have to find roommates because it's hard. I don't know how people do it.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. Luckily, I lived
really
in
hard.
the Chutes where you only had one other roommate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and my roommate was super cool. He was a retired psychologist.
Oh, wow.
From St. Louis. He actually knew my grandmother from family law court, which was very odd.
What are the odds of that?
That's what I said. Crazy. It was very surprising.
Wow.
So I remember checking into the room, and there was like a bunch of Miller High Life bottles strewn everywhere. So I was like,
I had a feeling that was going to happen. That was good.
Everybody wants to contribute, right?
Yeah. I had a feeling that was going to happen. You're going to be famous. They were sitting over there a little while ago.
I'm like, is that somebody we know?
No.
I can never tell who it is with the...
I know, with all the gear on.
Right?
Joe said they're locals. I know they're locals, but they're regulars.
It's like, I feel like I might know who that is.
That's hilarious. That was good. Aw. Housing.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the housing was sacrificed.
That's rough, too, especially because you moved here in your 30s.
Yeah.
So that's tough being in employee shared housing as an adult.
Because I was living in a really nice apartment in Hollywood.
So it's hard to give that up.
But that's how I knew I was into the culture in the game. Of course, dating is odd here, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty
very
limited.
Small town.
Yep.
Women are definitely outnumbered.
Yeah.
And definitely not the beauty standard, as one would say, for what one would find in the mountains. But other than that,
you're kind of, I guess, you'd probably be considered exotic here.
Nobody orders.
I've literally heard that from someone tell me.
Nobody orders Jamaican when they go to Italy. They're like, I want the Italian.
So has it really been hard for you with dating?
I'm just saying that's just different compared to Hollywood per se, where the pull is infinite, you know.
That's true. Yeah, it's when we were living in Yosemite, everyone would always say like a city 8 would be like a mountain 9 or 10.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of have to change your standards a little bit. You're not going to find the same options that you would if you were in a city. But
what do they say? Ugly and mean, be a queen in Mammoth.
Exactly. Anything else that stands out to you as
far as giving up stuff?
Yeah, or sacrifices.
I really haven't had to sacrifice too much. I feel like as far as everything else, it's definitely cheaper to live here per se compared to living in LA.
Yeah, I guess obviously
city.
Rent is probably, I think, comparable, but otherwise, I would say the price of living.
Once you find the local landlords, it could be pretty good. Like right now, I'm paying $1,600 a month and living in the ghetto. And
they don't know the ghetto here.
The ghetto I grew up in, people don't have snowmobiles and boats they keep on their lawn that nobody steals. So like, this is an extremely nice ghetto. There's wood in your yard. Oh, there's that.
Like, oh, this is nowhere near. This is ghetto. I could live here.
But compared to other ski resorts, this might be ghetto, like say Deer Valley or something like that. But,
okay. Yeah, same for us. Our landlord, he really likes us and has worked with us. I mean, especially after we got married, he was like, okay, you guys are adults, you're mature, you guys are trying to stick around.
Right.
And was like, I want to help you guys out. So we've hopefully gotten really lucky, but I think that's a part of just staying here and making those good connections with people.
Once you put your time in here to be a local, the doors, I feel like, open up.
Yeah. So how long does it take to become a local? Because I've heard that I might be on the cusp of becoming an official local.
I would consider you a local for sure. You contribute a lot to the community, I feel like.
So is there a time frame that you think? What are the standards?
I would never actually call myself a local per se. But anybody that's born here is obviously a local.
Oh, definitely.
If you're a year-round person that lives in your home here for probably 20 years, I would say you're a local. If you have kids here,
oh yeah, you're
a local.
Yeah.
If your kids go to school here, you're a local. That type of thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't plan on having any kids here or anything like that. So.
It's funny because I didn't think about having kids, and then moving here and seeing the options that kids have here, that's the one thing that's made me think about it.
Yeah.
But don't look at it. We're not thinking about anti-school.
I'm just saying, I can understand why you meant be like, that would be a sacrifice. Be
really cool.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
Just gotta make sure they actually are educated per se, but it'd be really cool.
Yeah, but I think I was like growing up here and seeing what the kids have. So I wish I had all these things growing up.
I'm so jealous of the kids that grow up. I wish this was my backyard. Yeah. Every kid I see here is the biggest badass I've ever seen. Or throwing all types of tricks off the jumps and stuff. They got dirt bikes. They can fish their butts off.
Yeah.
They hike places I would have never thought about seeing as a kid. Yeah.
For PE, they get to come to the
mountain. Right. Exactly.
How is that built into your school schedule? That you get like a whole ski week.
Like, a lot better than dodgeball.
Getting smacked in the face.
Here's something that's actually a skill.
Exactly. No, it's cool. The kids have it pretty good here. I think they realize that, though, especially the older kids who have left for college and come back.
Okay.
I've definitely heard them say that, like that where they've gone doesn't compare to what they have here.
I've got a couple of friends that have kids that have just left after living here and going to college, and
we'll see.
I don't think it's set in yet for them, but they don't like college per se, because if you grow up a kid in the wild out here and then you go to college and all those kids have mommy and daddy trust funds and I don't know, go to the mall and hang out.
Yeah.
Probably hard to relate to.
Yeah. You know? It's definitely a different experience. Yeah. I had something else I wanted to ask you and now I'm blanking on it. Oh, my other question is going to be, said that you have seen other folks who look like you, especially when you're going to Big Bear. Yes. But are there, like, if anybody was looking for other examples of like people who look like you, does anybody come to mind? Like any people can follow on social media or see on TV?
People,
other than Wale, I don't know if Wale snowboards.
I mean, I like Zeb. I like seeing him in town.
Yeah, that's been cool.
You mean locals that I follow or anything, or?
I'd say someone that anybody can find online.
Anybody that I don't really follow like celebrities or anything online.
That's okay. You're too cool.
I follow my friends.
Well, you are our local celebrity, so I guess.
Me and Maurice are friends on Facebook. I think me and Maronelle are friends on Facebook too.
Yeah.
They're not celebrities, but they're my local celebrities to me. They've definitely been here probably as long as I have. We always see each other around and say what's up. Occasionally people call me Maurice for some reason. That's annoying.
Nothing
I just laugh. Whoever does that, every time I see them again, I just start calling them Maurice.
You're like, now how do you like it?
Hey Maurice, how you doing? They're like, that's not my name.
I thought you were saying, because that's your name. I don't know. I don't know if you ever met the one other black woman who was working here, but she was working for Forest Service. Her name was Jamisha.
No, I have not.
So she has since moved. Now she's in Oregon.
Okay.
But I was in Bishop, and she used to live in Lee Vining. I live here. She worked for Forest Service. I worked for Park Service. And we also look nothing alike. But I was in Bishop at Tai Tai at the airport.
Yeah.
And someone was yelling at me from across the restaurant. And Jamisha. Well, again, I didn't look because my name's not Jamisha.
Right, you're like.
But they kept coming closer and closer, and they're like, Jamisha, like, and then like practically, Lawrence, I kid you, like in my face. And my friend I'm having lunch with, she like looked at them, and I looked because I'm like, oh, I think they're talking to me. I was like, no, I'm not Jamisha. He's like, yeah, you are, right? You work for the Forest Service. I was like, no,
You're
I
like,
don't.
yeah.
No. And he's like, oh, you know. And I was like, no, it's not funny, actually.
Right? You're like, yes, I am, and I think you owe me money.
I should have said that. Actually, yeah. What can you give me? Or is this Jamisha that you enjoy about her?
Right.
Would give her something, buy my lunch or something. I don't know.
Did you know? Ever meet JR?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually born here. He's like one of the first players I met here, and Eddie and Amanda. I don't know if you ever knew Eddie.
That does sound familiar.
He used to be a brother with dreadlocks, and I used to work with his wife.
Okay.
At the mountain back in the day.
Wow.
And I had not met Eddie at the time before I met her.
Yeah.
And she's pretty much my boss at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking past the hallway, and like I see her looking at me, like she kind of knows me, and I was like, I don't know anybody up here. It's my first day going to training, and she's like doing the training, and she was like, I'm sorry, you just look exactly like my husband. Mind you, I've just been here 2 days, and I'm like, I haven't seen a black person in this town since I've been here. So, like, this is awkward. I'm like, all right, whatever. Dismiss it. End of the day, go down to Mammoth Brewery. Who's working in there? But another brother with dreadlocks. His name was Eddie. I didn't know that at the time. But I just saw him, and I was like, immediately, first thing out of my mouth, I was like, I think I know your wife. He's like, excuse me?
I was just going to say, I don't know, you should have started with that.
It just popped out of my mouth. I was like, yeah, I work with her. And then we actually ended up starting a reggae band in town called Dreddy Poppins and the Professionals.
That's dope. How many bands have you had?
In this town, I'm a hired gun for a lot of bands. Probably like 6 or 7 I've played for in this town.
That's awesome.
I've played blues 4 times.
I did see that. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's another thing I love about this town. It's a good music scene.
Yeah.
And most of the time, the music's free, especially in the village. Like,
yeah,
I dig that.
I do too.
I wish they could. They're working on making it a little better with the diversity. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, I think they've gotten better over the years for sure.
I don't know if you were there when they had that band from Atlanta called Water Seed. It was like
which festival was that one?
I can't remember, but they were from Atlanta. They were very Arrested Development type style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with sisters in the African garb and dancers. And I was like,
that's
what I was like. Who this? I was very impressed. And they were like going to New York to do a residency at like a major club like the next day.
Wow.
I was like, they really are working towards bringing diversity in music.
I've been seeing some more diverse vendors in the village too. Yeah. And I'm like, how did you find out about this?
That's one of the things I've been working on,
That's awesome.
Trying to get the vendors to be more diverse, the music to be more diverse.
What are you doing now for work?
What am I doing now?
Yeah, what is your job title?
Manager.
Okay.
Manager.
Are you still in the same place we were working?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were somewhere else.
I'm like a little Joey now.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, Joey.
Yeah.
It was cool. Okay, I wasn't sure if you were doing anything else. I did want to ask. Music. I had a friend. She had mentioned to me earlier today. There used to be like a black ski snowboard week here.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
That's the Brothers of Skiing, the Brotherhood of Skiing.
They actually come here?
Yeah, and they come here deep, girl. I mean,
why do I not know this?
Yeah, it's February, and then
why do I not
right
know
before
this?
that they have a gay black pride, and it is amazing. I had some friends stumble upon it, and they were horrified and loved it at the same time.
Do they keep it pretty low key?
No, it's like at Lockanookie in the village.
How do I not know
you
this?
cannot miss these cats.
I don't go out.
I feel you. Yeah, they're very colorful. The slopes.
I have seen the elevation week. But as far as the
Brothers, they hang out in the mill parking lot. Like that's probably the best milling time of the mill parking lot with the food they grill out there and just them hanging out.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been getting bigger every year.
Okay, you'll have to send me information
I
on this
definitely will.
because I'm like, I was about to start my own. I was actually talking about someone earlier.
We
I'm like,
should
I might
start a
start my
chapter
own.
out here. I think that would be
That
a
would be
great
cool.
idea.
Yeah,
A great
I
idea.
agree. Let's do it. Aw, that's cool. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I feel like I said,
Dang.
with Zeb and all them getting more popular and famous,
Yeah.
and people seeing us more, like him
Yeah.
being in the Olympics, definitely put that more on the
Yeah.
map and the scale. I feel like.
Yeah, I think he's also doing a good job too of trying to connect with more of the youth.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him doing stuff with Hoods to Woods as well, which is awesome. He's not just out there and having this platform and doing nothing with it. I think he's really trying to inspire younger kids to get out here and do it too if it's something they're interested in.
I need him to work on snowboard helmets. They don't make helmets that fit dreads, and if you ever look at his, it just kind of sits on his head.
Yeah, it just kind of looks like it bobbles on top, and it's not really like.
I want one that actually fits my head and is like safety device.
See, I've been thinking about getting locks, but that's the thing that's held me back. It's already hard enough with my hair, and I have to have my hair in braids in the winter because I can't fit a ponytail for my head.
Well, at least you don't have a big head like I do, girl. I got dreads and a big head, so it's like...
It's not a good combination. I already wear a size large helmet, and that's just even with my hair like this, so I can imagine.
I've tried the double XL, and it's still a squeeze.
Dang, that's rough.
It's the cost of beauty, I guess.
You should reach out to Zeb and give him that.
Right, like, let's make a brand of, like, just dreads only.
Exactly.
Snowboard helmets, I feel like, is needed.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess there's not enough market share yet, but we're working on that.
You know.
We'll get more dreads out of the mountain.
Let's see if you have equipment for them that's specialized for that.
Exactly.
Because then they'll feel like, okay, I can safely do this, and you want me here. So.
They can make a Mexican Dorito. Surely they can make a helmet for us.
And then there's the whole thing with the goggles too, for different types of noses.
Yes.
So just now you get the helmets.
Yes. Less European nose. Yeah. I like to breathe.
Exactly.
Sure. Yeah. You have the nostrils. I know what you mean.
And the lower bridge too.
Right.
I do have that problem.
There's no humps up there.
No. I think that's it. I mean, I wanted to see if there's anything else that you wanted to touch on that was like you thought about. I feel like we kind of covered quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't even snap once, girl.
I know. Well, we just been flowing. We were vibing. I was like, oh, we didn't even need to do it. Yesterday, I had recorded with a friend, and we had quite a bit of bloopers. So there were some moments where we had to come back. But yeah, there was nothing. I mean, we did have the group behind us, but I think I'll probably keep them in it.
Right? Because that was kind of funny.
That's just
like,
the vibe.
We just can't leave the black people alone.
They probably saw us like, what are they doing over there? And then, of course, I have the little setup, so they probably were like, oh, something's happening.
They were like, was that Wale?
You watch out, they might come get your autograph. One last question.
Absolutely.
If there's anything that you would change, like in an ideal world, if you could change anything about the outdoors, whether that's like in the snow industry, outdoors in general, hiking, whatever that is, what would you change?
I was actually thinking about that question before, and I feel like there needs to be more of a Native American outreach. From the parks, from the mountains, the ski resorts. So that's definitely a community I never see up here, and they're always right down the street.
Yeah, they're here. It's not like they're not here.
Their youth have problems just like everybody else. So I feel like if their youth had a chance to have a ski PE like the Mammoth kids did, that'd probably be helpful there for their community.
Yeah.
Add to a little bit more of the flavor of the culture, contribute back to the history of the land.
Totally. Yeah, definitely give back to the original descendants of this land that we are enjoying our time on.
We're sitting up here enjoying their land, and we're not invited. I don't know. That kind of bothers me sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, they have access sports for people with disabilities.
Yeah.
Surely it can't be that much harder for the able Native Americans.
That's a really good question.
And it doesn't just have to be snow sports. It could be anything.
Exactly.
Tours of the grounds they have around here, of their petroglyphs, help preserve
including them on some planning as well.
Exactly.
Of like how can we continue to use this area recreationally, but being respectful and
Yeah.
mindful.
Yeah.
I can say, at least for national parks, there has been, and I don't know what's happening now with this administration.
Right. They just got rid of all the free park days and just made his birthday the free day now. So
yeah, and on the free park days were the black celebrated days too. I was
I
like,
don't know what we did.
but Nicki Minaj is now a Trumper, anyways.
Is that really true?
It is.
She must have some kind of charge or something.
I don't know. She must have some extra side under the table payment that she's getting. I don't know.
There's a court case coming up. She's like, "Yeah, I'm a Trumper now. Please dismiss."
I'm one of you.
Right? Anybody who's got a trial, just say you're a Trumper. You'll be dismissed.
Maybe you get a pass. I don't know. But the national parks, there was a movement to start to include more local indigenous voices in the planning. So, like, especially some of the parks in like the San Francisco area, the Bay Area, they had started to include some of the local tribes on just some of the changes that they were making in the parks, like any ways that they were trying to like manage the local area. They were consulting with them. And then in Devil's Postpile, I know for sure if there's any construction being done, we consult the local tribes first.
See, that's cool. It's good to know that's going on. I didn't know. That's a start, though.
You know, some efforts being made. I don't know for hiring them and including them, you know, in the work, but at least there's some consulting and some conversations that are started. So it's a step in the right direction. Yeah.
What I would say we need the most of that I've noticed is lacking.
Yeah.
Or not, I feel like they are trying to expand their market, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely see a lot more Latinos on the mountain and stuff like that.
Yeah, I went to the Thanksgiving dinner night that they give for the employees.
Yeah.
And I did see quite a bit of diversity in some of the newer staff, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
It's like people with braids and like all different kind of hair textures, skin tones.
Definitely a few dreads I've noticed,
and not just J1s, like actually,
actual people who live here.
Yeah. So I was like, that's dope.
Right.
I'm glad to see it. So
I am too.
Yeah, I kind of want to connect with some of those folks and see what their experience has been like, especially you know, because I haven't been new here in a long time. I'm hearing it from my sibling who's here now. But yeah, I'd like to talk to them and be like, how did you get here? How did you find out about this? What's it been like for you? And hopefully they're experiencing the same things that we have. And
we need some new members in the BSU, girl.
Exactly, yeah. We should start having a forum now. Right. A little 1 month get together.
You're going to see it in the Mammoth sheet next week.
Sounds good. We'll have the mountain support us.
That's not a bad idea. Altair is always asking.
Let them know. And I'll feature on the podcast. Well, Lawrence, I appreciate you.
My pleasure, dude.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you doing this. It's awesome.
Thank you.
It's so awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I hope someone else is inspired by just like seeing you. And that's why I wanted to record the actual video.
Yeah.
Because they can actually see you and not just hear your story, but actually be able to see that representation. So I do think it makes a difference. And like you said, I mean, it made a difference seeing you and seeing other brothers that were working in the call center. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not alone here. And I definitely felt like I had you guys. Like Craig was definitely a big person who was kind of looking out for me when I first started. And even through the years, it's always been love with you guys. And so I just try to like pass that on, what you guys have given to me.
Absolutely. I helped Craig out with getting a job here too. Like, I'm not a pull the ladder up type of person.
Oh, yeah.
Leave it down so everybody can come up.
Exactly.
And see and live the life that we live.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Yeah, and everybody deserves to experience this.
Absolutely.
It's not just one group or you have the abilities to. I mean, we should all be able to at least see if this is something that you like.
You should all be able to have outdoor experiences. That's what we're supposed to do with our human nature, right?
Yeah. Well, that's why I always joke with people. Like, they call it public lands because it's for the public.
Exactly.
So it's actually for all of us, not just one group or whatever. Like, we actually all pay our taxes to protect these places. We deserve to.
You're paying for it. You should take advantage of it and use it and enjoy it.
Indeed. All right,
madam. Thank you.
Thank you.
So awesome, girl.
Yay! That was good.
Right.
Lawrence, thank you again for being a guest on Black and Wild. I'm really thankful for you and really feel like you paved the way for me to be here today. And you've made my time in a remote ski town feel so welcoming. This was such a good conversation where I couldn't stop laughing and smiling the whole time, which is true even as I listened to the episode again. Lawrence's story reminds me of how welcoming and inclusive the Mammoth community can be. Even if you don't always see yourself represented, there are like minded individuals who are drawn to places such as this. As someone who is learning to snowboard in their 30s, I was reminded that it's never too late to learn or try something new. It may just be the best decision of your life. If you want to stay connected with Lawrence, you can follow his Instagram at l.bowie, Bowi. And to keep up with his band, Mammoth All Stars, you can follow their Instagram at Mammoth All Stars. If you visit Mammoth, especially in the summer, you may get a chance to catch them performing somewhere locally. I promise you won't be disappointed and may feel your hips swaying or your foot tap into the music. Well, Black and Wild community, my plan is to publish a new episode bi-weekly for the foreseeable future. The next episode will feature my friend and skier, Maurice Cooper, a local Mammoth celebrity, for those who know. That episode is full of nonstop entertainment and laughs. Don't forget to check out the new Black and Wild website at blackandwild.com for all things Black and Wild. Until next time, much love, Deja.